Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Okay. Okay, hello. My name is FARAROVILA B202311068813, and my friend. And hello, my name is NOREEN LENYON D202311068795. Our topic today is about parole and community supervision. So the list of content for our presentation is the juvenile parole aftercare process, the parole aftercare process, preparation for release, the parole aftercare treatment care, parole revocation, the effectiveness of parole aftercare. 7. Intensive parole supervision for high-risk juvenile offenders. 8. Parole and residential treatment. 9. Community correction centers. And 10. High field. Okay. For the introduction, the following case illustrates the type and gravity of the officer of juvenile execution, delinquent and committed to juvenile correctional institution. After a period of time in the correctional facility, the majority of juvenile offenders are released before their 18th birthday and place of parole aftercare. 15.1 on 1. Okay, case 1. Teen charged in attack. A teenager high school student was trapped in juvenile court with saving and other couple in their home. He faced the defensive charge and a charge of attempt aggravated murder, one part of a charge burglary and one part of a charge robbery. Dekat situasi ini lebih kepada macam seorang remaja, dia didakwa di mahkamah juvenile kerana kesalahan menikam pasangan warga emas, di mana situasi dia adalah dua orang warga emas tu kira dia macam di pesawat tu dia masuk rumah, pecah rumah, dua couple warga emas. Okay, next. 15.1.2 is suspected in couple robbery. Okay, lebih kepada macam seorang remaja 16 years old has been served time and robbery or kira macam seorang remaja 16 tahun dia merompak dua orang perempuan dekat couple hill disebabkan dia nak duit. Okay, main point of the parole and community supervision. Number 1 is more juvenile justice police include long disposition of juvenile offender, more juvenile being instituted, transfer more and more juvenile cases to adult criminal court and use of the sentence. Number 2 is long period juvenile officers offenders still be under juvenile justice system supervision after their release from the situation. And number 3 is the situation experience may have had detrimental effect on them and then may quickly return to the same patterns of unspectable behavior that lead their incursion. Next. Okay, move to the next point. I will talk about the juvenile parole aftercare process. So the first process is restraining. For a simple, I will summarize it simple. So release planning is talking about outline the condition of release, the expectation for the juvenile, and support service that will be provided during the aftercare period. It means can I explain it? Okay. Ia bermaksud satu langkah awal, kesediaan awal sebelum juvenile ini dilepaskan untuk mengalami atau menjalani hidup seperti biasa dengan dalam komuniti. So next point is supervision by parole officer. A parole of probation officer will supervise and monitor the juvenile during the aftercare period. Baiklah, Sebelum juvenile dilepaskan sepenuhnya ke dalam kelompok komuniti, mereka akan menjalani satu proses supervise di mana mereka akan diperhatikan dan melalui perkembangan mereka dari segi sifat, moral dari semasa ke semasa untuk memastikan sama ada mereka betul-betul sudah berubah dan bersedia untuk hidup dalam komuniti. So, next point is condition of aftercare. Condition of aftercare. This condition may include regular meeting with the parole officer, curfew requirements, attendance at school, on vocational program, on participant counseling or treatment programs. Condition of aftercare ini membawa maksud di mana mereka yang masuk ke juvenile sudah semestinya pernah melakukan satu kegiatan atau suatu tindakan salah laku seperti pernah terlibat dalam gejala sosial hisapkah atau rompakan, pembunuhan dan sebagainya. Jadi condition of aftercare ini kita nak tahu keadaan mereka semasa dan sebelum sama ada mereka itu sudah sepenuhnya atau bagaimana. Seterusnya adalah reintegration support. As support for welcoming the juvenile to the community by educate them with vocational training, mental health service and other support system. Next, family and community involvement. Engaged in the juvenile family in the reintegration process can provide crucial support, and community research can contribute to a positive environment for the juvenile development. Educational and vocational service, ensuring that the juvenile has access to educational opportunity and skill training can extend their chance of successful reintegration into society. Memandangkan mereka ini juvenile, mereka merupakan seorang belum adult yang belum menginjak dewasa tapi sudah terlibat dalam gejala sosial dan mereka perlu menjalani proses-proses penahanan. Jadi mereka ini setelah keluar dari mereka rilis, jadi mereka sewajarnya harus mempunyai life skill untuk menjalani hidup, untuk earn money, untuk menyalahkan hidup mereka. Jadi dalam proses pemulihan mereka akan mempelajari contoh macam vocational training dalam apa-apa saja. Lepas tu, positive reinforcement and section. Each juvenile will be evaluated for their level of awareness and given a reward for each satisfactory achievement. Mereka dibagi reward sebenarnya untuk menggalakkan lagi mereka bersikap lebih baik dari sesi ke sesi. Dan yang terakhir ialah regular monitoring and reporting. The parole of the care process. Okay, yang tadi itu cakap pasal juvenile, yang ini dia cakap pasal parole. First process is provision. Provision is a form of supervised release granted by a court and alternative and incarceration. It is often given to the individuals who are convinced of a crime but are deemed suitable for community-based supervision instead of imprisonment. Second, intensive supervision probation. Intensive supervision probation, also known as ISP, which is to closely monitor and control the behavior of individuals on probation who may be considered higher risk or in need of more intensive supervision. Number 3, fines and restitution. Fines are punitive and contribute to the financial consequence faced by the offender, while restitution is victim-focused, aiming to compensate for the specific loss incurred by the victim as a result of the crime. Number 4, community service. Community service is talking about is a way for individual on parole to give back to the community, demonstrate responsibility and contribute positively to society. The specific requirement The specific requirement and expectation for parole community service can vary by jurisdiction and the conditions set by parole board or parole officer. Number 5, parole day reporting center. Seperti yang saya terangkan di slot the juvenile aftercare process, mereka akan dimonitoring, ada parole officer yang akan memerhati perkembangan mereka dari semasa ke semasa. Jadi, tugas officer tersebut, mereka harus pada satu hari, satu jangka masa, mereka akan harus melakukan report kepada pihak atasan untuk memastikan sama ada individu tersebut sudah pulih sepenuhnya ataupun tidak. Okay, move to the next point. Home confinement and electronic monitoring. Parole officer monitor individual on home confinement through regular check-ins, which may include phone call, visit, or electronic communication. These check-ins help assess complaints with parole condition and address any issue of concern. Number 7, a parole boot camp. A parole boot camp is a specialized within the criminal justice system designed to provide intensive supervision, structure, and rehabilitation to individuals on parole. Number 8, a parole halfway houses, community correctional center. A parole halfway house, also known as transitional or re-entry house, is a residential facility that serves as a transitional living arrangement for individuals who are on parole. These facilities are designed to help individuals reintegrate in society gradually after being released from incarceration. Number 9, incarceration, jail, and prison. Incarceration refers to a confinement of individuals in jail or prison as a result of criminal conviction. Jail typically hold individuals for shorter periods, often for awaiting trial or serving short sentence, while prison house convict of more serious offences for longer duration. Number 10, parole post-release supervision. Parole release supervision is a broader term that encompasses various forms of supervision and support provided to individuals upon release from incarceration, including parole. It is a period of condition release during which individuals are subject to meeting specific requirements. Okay, now I'm going to talk about preparation for release. Usually when they are already discharged from the juvenile, first option is going back to their own home. So they still have to be monitored by their family. So their family have to take responsibility to report to the parole officer about their daily awareness. So other alternative is for other parole, which if their family are not accepting them back because they feel ashamed or feel like do not want to take the responsibility to take care of them anymore. So the first alternative is residential treatment center. Residential treatment center is a residential treatment center, or RTC, is a facility that provides structured life in care and therapeutic service for individuals dealing with various mental health, behavioral, or substance abuse issues. Second home is group home. Group home is a residential facility that provides housing and support service for a small group of individuals who share common characteristics or needs. This setting aims to enhance the quality of life for residents by addressing their unique needs, fostering a sense of community, and promoting independence and autonomy. And the last one is foster home. Foster home offer temporary care for individuals who cannot remain in their biological family. Foster care is a system in which individuals, known as foster parents, open their home to provide care and support for individuals in need. Okay, for 15.5, the Parole of the Care Treatment Plan. The Parole of the Care Treatment Plan is talking about an aftercare treatment plan should be formulated for juvenile before release. Juvenile must return to public school in special education program. A school program that provides time for work release or a direct job placement for those older youth will not return to school. Number 3, most juvenile discharged from correctional facility are placed under parole supervision. The major tasks of the parole officer are to assist the youth is making an adjustment to the family, school and community. The officer must keep very close watch on the youth behavior and accusations, investigating matters that could indicate need for a change in aftercare regulation for the desirability of a return to confinement. 15.5.1 General and social rules of parole. The juvenile who is under aftercare supervision is expected to follow a set for general rules, including adhering to curfew regulations, by attending school if still enrolled, abstaining from the use of drugs and alcohol, abiding by all local, state and federal laws, reporting regularly to the parole officer. The general rules are applicable to all youth in parole. They include obeying laws, attendance at school, obeying parents and caretakers, and meeting with the parole officer as required. The special rules apply to an individual parole and generally will serve purpose for providing specific accusations, requiring the counseling, providing the youth to frequent specific location or place in the community, or paying the restitution to a victim. The parole officer effectiveness at supervising and assisting the youth assigned to him or her is determined by such factors as the number of cases, the research available in the community. For the next session is 15.5 parole verification. Okay, maksudnya di sini adalah proses pembatalan parole, di mana proses pembatalan pembebasan kesalahan juvenile. Next, 15.6.1, the verification process. Number 1 is discovery of violations. Violations may be discovered by the parole officer or reported by various sources such as parents, correspondents, halfway house personnel, or the law officer of first officer. So, yang pertama adalah penemuan pelanggaran. Pembatalan proses dapat dilakukan apabila pelaporan pelbagai sumber such as like parents, ibu bapa, kaki tangan rumah, ataupun penjaga rumah separuh jalan, iaitu tempat diorang tinggal. Okay. Number two is nature of violations. The response to the violations depends on its nature. Technical violations of parole rules may lead to a warning or investigations. Yang kedua ni adalah sikap pelanggaran. So, for those juveniles who melakukan tindakan pelanggaran, so proses pembatalan juga akan dikenakan. Number 3 is investigation. The parole official investigations of illegal violations considered and okay. Yang ketiga adalah siasatan, di mana pegawai parole boleh menyiasat pelanggaran yang dilakukan oleh juvenile tersebut. So proses pembatalan juga dapat dilakukan. Number 4 is environmental factor. If environmental factor contribute to violations, the officers may request charge in the juvenile replace, such as transferring to the different home or school. Yang nombor 4 ni adalah proses persekitaran, faktor persekitaran, di mana faktor yang dapat menyumbangkan jemaah tu melakukan kesilapan semula dan mereka dapat dipindahkan ke rumah ataupun sekolah yang berlainan. Lain macam, contoh dia kan macam diorang ni macam, okay, contoh jemaah tu melakukan kesilapan, so disebabkan oleh faktor persekitaran macam pengaruh rakan sebaya ataupun persekitaran dia mostly orang yang terlibat dengan masalah jumana, like delinquent. So diorang ni akan dipindahkan ke dalam macam rumah atau sekolah yang berlainan. Macam tu lah. Okay, number 5 is restrictions and interventions. Kira dia macam sekatan ataupun intervensi, di mana hakim dapat mengenakan tindakan dan membatalkan proses pembebasan jemaah tu disebabkan oleh dia terlibat dengan gejala delinquent balik. So dia boleh dibatalkanlah proses tu. Yang last tu, number 6 is detentions. If a parole is suspect of delinquent offenders, the parole officer may request detentions during police investigations or after an arrest. Like nombor 6 tu lebih kepada penahanan. Ni proses pembatalan ni boleh berlaku apabila pembebasan jemaah tu disyaki terlibat dengan kesalahan delinquent dan benda ni direport oleh polis jagaan seperti yang diterangkan oleh Nini tadi. Okay, next is 15.6.2 Youth Right at the Revocation Hearing. Untuk part yang ni adalah hak bersuara, macam kiranya macam sesi di mana proses pembatalan yang tadi tu boleh disuarakan oleh pihak sama ada family ataupun pesalah itu sendiri. So number 1 is youth right at a revocation hearing. Number 1 is right to respond to and contest allegations. Dia macam hak untuk membatalkan hukuman. So number 2, this is the example of your right of revocation hearing yang di mana berlaku dekat USA. Okay. Number 2 is due process right includes a hearing, written notice or change, knowledge of evidence and right statement of reasons for revocation. Kira macam ni, pesalah tu boleh melakukan ada hak untuk proses mewajarkan termasuk mendengar, kira macam dia boleh membahaskan isu tu, lepas tu dia boleh menulis notis untuk pertuduhan terhadap dia, and dia boleh mengemukakan tuduhan tu dalam sidang mahkamah. Okey, lepas tu adalah pengetahuan tentang bukti. Kira dia macam dia boleh serahkan sekali bukti yang dia proses tu tak boleh dibatalkan. Kira macam orang yang tadi tu kan, kenapa dia boleh proses dia dibebaskan tu boleh dibatalkan, macam mak bapak dia macam cakap dia tu ada buat kesalahan apa semua. So dia boleh menyuarakan proses tu kalau dia ada bukti yang dia tak bersalah. Macam ni. Okay. Second is revocation hearing process. Yang ni lebih kepada laporan di mana pegawai parole officer submit a written recommendation of revocation. So kira-kira macam yang second proses tu lebih kepada macam contoh kalau dia punya hak bersuara tu tak dapat macam tak dapat diterima. So yang ni adalah proses dia. Yang pertama adalah investigated by a parole violations report by the parole official. Laporan pelanggaran parole oleh pegawai parole, kira macam pegawai parole tu dah ada bukti tersendiri, so dia tak dapat nak mempertahankan hak dia. So proses pembatalan diteruskan. So second is decisions made by Supervision or Revocation Committee. Kiranya macam keputusan yang dibuat oleh penyelihat dan pegawai adalah okay. Next is Parole Official Certificate or Writer Recommendation for Revocation. Kiranya macam pegawai Parole mengemukakan surat penulisan sorotan pembatalan. And then for the last is outcome of revocation. Kiranya macam yang ni adalah hasil pembatalan apabila semua proses telah dilakukan, di mana proses pembatalan itu dikemukakan. So hasil parole akan dibatalkan. Dia macam okay, tadi kan dia menceritakan pasal parole tu proses macam mana tu kan dibebaskan. So dia macam dalam dia dibebaskan, dia ada proses pembatalan dia dibebaskan. So kira-kira macam aduan dari family apa semua yang tadi tu kan. So after macam Jumana tu dah mempertahankan hak dia, tapi yang second tengah ni kira macam hak dia dapat dipertahankan. So hasilnya parole akan dibatalkan. So komitmen untuk Jumana tu untuk masuk ke dalam Jumana adalah sangat tinggi dan mereka juga akan ditetapkan ke dalam institusi lain selain Jumana. Okay. Okay. Yang 15.57 the effectiveness of parole of the kid. The effectiveness of parole appear to vary with challenge and in assessment due to factors like proximity of youth to the upper age limit of juvenile status and the brief period spent under aftercare before adults, such as one by Allister and Armstrong's 1994 suggests the success is limited for certain officers, particular violence against delinquency. The combination of parole with additional support such as halfway house or educational programs is rules for better outcome. Kiranya macam keberkesanan parole menampakkan perbezaan, like macam dengan cabaran dan penilaian disebabkan oleh faktor seperti kedekatan remaja dengan had umur jumana yang lebih tinggi status dan parole singkatan dihabiskan di bawah penjagaan selepas dewasa. Dan kajian ini dibuat oleh dan kajian ini telah mencatatkan bahawa kejayaan adalah terhad untuk kesalahan tertentu, terutamanya kumpulan ganas kenakalan. Lepas tu gabungan parole dan sokongan tambahan seperti rumah separuh jalan atau program pendidikan menampakkan penting untuk lebih baik hasilnya. Okay, 15.8 Intensive Parole Supervision for High-Risk Juvenile Offenders. Intensive parole supervision for high-risk juvenile offender is for a juvenile who commit high-risk crime, which they have to be more intensive monitoring, support, and intervention. 15.8.1 Developing Intensive Supervision Case Management Plan. First, mereka harus ada plan, the parole officer harus ada plan untuk memperbaiki perkembangan macam jati diri staf juvenile. Lepas tu 15.8 Implementing Intensive Supervision Case Management. Provide target intervention and support to address the specific needs and challenges faced by this individual. Incorporate intervention related to education, vocational training, mental health treatment, and substance counseling. 15.8.3 Effectiveness of intensive parole. Assess the percentage of participants who successfully complete their intensive parole supervision without significant violation or new offences. Next is 15.9. We talk about the parole and resident treatment. Lebih kepada macam tempat selain tempat jumlah. Okay. Number one is resident treatment center is halfway house. It is alternative for youth parole from juvenile regulations facilities. This is for high risk individu or those need a cool off period. Kira macam halfway house ni untuk juvenile yang tak dapat macam menghadap family dia, belum bersedia lah untuk menghadap family dia ataupun masyarakat. So dia akan menempatkan diri dia dekat halfway house, and then provides a less structured environment than institutions, but with supervision. I mean the break. Okay, next is number two is adventures of resident treatment. Kira dia macam kelebihan rawatan kediaman. Rawatan kediaman ni macam rumah lah tempat dia tinggal itu. So, officer ordinance of freedoms and directions for juvenile. Number two is survives as alternative and too destructive from home or never environment. Number three is provide immediate help and counseling to risk delinquents influence. And last is allow placements in first home, group homes, and halfway house. Number three is aftercare challenge. Dia kira dia macam apa cabaran selepas mereka keluar daripada resident treatment. Number one is youth on after are at risk of return to the institutions. Number two is lack of clear established products for juveniles for revocations. Yang nombor tiga tu adalah contoh dia. Okay, number four is the revocations process, lebih kepada macam proses pembatalan yang tadi. So saya dah explain, semoga faham. And then number five is paroles of residential treatment center, lebih kepada peranan pusat residential treatment. Number one is forest and group home focus on homes-like environments. Dia kira macam peranan dia semoga juvenile tu merasakan tempat tu seperti rumah mereka, disebabkan mereka tidak diterima oleh masyarakat ataupun family dia sendiri. So residential treatment ni, halfway house ni, dia sebagai tempat mereka untuk menyesuaikan diri sebelum menghadap community. And number two is residential treatment center encouragement treatment program activities. Yang macam resident treatment ni banyak menyediakan program-program yang melibatkan supaya mereka biasa melibatkan diri dalam masyarakat. And last is professional staff assistance like education programs, jobs placements, and counseling. Macam tadi tu. Okay. Next. Okay. 15.9.1 is history of the halfway house movement. Di sini adalah kisah-kisah yang berlaku tentang resident treatment. Kira macam tempat juvenile tu tinggal yang tadi tu. So kira macam yang ni histori lah, sejarah yang pernah berlaku dekat USA, di mana early era per 1950 dia lebih kepada menceritakan tentang rumah separuh jalan ni menjadi tumpuan di mana di era 1950 di US. Sebagai contoh, innovated in the early 19th century in New York. Okay. Second is Palestinians in early development. Kira dia macam yang second tu lebih kepada macam diorang menceritakan tentang sukarelawan Amerika yang membuka pusat Dewan Harapan. Kira dia macam Dewan Harapan ni adalah rumah, macam yang dia explain tadi. Lepas, number three is renewals of interest 1950, di mana pembaharuan rumah separuh jalan agak tidak berlaku. Kira dia macam pada masa tu rumah untuk jemaah ni kira macam tak famous sangat. Tiba-tiba macam ramai masyarakat yang memandang rendah. And then number 4 is expansions and links. 1960 until 1980s. Halfway house movement expanded with support from the private and government agency in 1960s and 1970s. Di mana ada sebuah perkembangan iaitu kerajaan dengan swasta bergabung untuk memperkembangkan rumah untuk jemaah ini kepada seluruh dunia. And then last history is about resurgence 1990 until 21st century. Di mana dalam histori ini dia menceritakan tentang pertumbuhan pusat kediaman masyarakat 1990-an, di mana kontrak pembukaan untuk rumah penjagaan jemaah berlaku dalam jangka yang sangat panjang sehingga kini. Okay. Next. Community Correction Center (CCC). Baiklah, Triple C menceritakan tentang fasiliti untuk perkembangan individu untuk kembali ke komuniti yang lebih menjurus kepada rehabilitasi dan integrasi mereka dalam menjalani proses pemulihan secara dalam komuniti. Yang terbahagi kepada dua iaitu sama ada which high field refer to a specific program or set of guidelines. It would be essential to consult the relevant authorities, parole officer, or legal research in the specific jurisdiction where it is applied to get accurate and up-to-date information. Keep in mind that parole and community supervision policies can vary significantly from one jurisdiction to another. Next, volunteer. The formation of a volunteer group that actively communicate with the youth and working group can support the financing of the program, involvement in church and civic activity in the effort to establish halfway houses, shelter for refugee and job training program. And the last one is 15.11 summary. This chapter deals in the juvenile aftercare, emphasizing the release decisions process influenced by community assessment, considering factors like adjustment, attitude, and offensive nature. The term aftercare is used post-release instead of parole in some states. Challenges arise for juvenile in parole, necessitating meticulous planning for a successful transition. High-risk case undergo intensive supervision with detailed case plan. Alternative environment like foster home or residential treatment center are considered, especially for those facing challenge upon returning home. Successful halfway houses since 18th century for those facing challenge upon returning home. Highlight the importance of screening and collaboration with community entity in violation of aftercare rules may lead to parole revocation, determined through hearing with options such as recommitment or extended supervision. Okay, kesimpulan itu lebih kepada macam menjelaskan tentang penjagaan selepas jumana yang menekankan proses keputusan pelepasan. So, seperti komitmen semula ataupun pengawasan lanjutan. That's all from us. Thank you.